Hello everyone and welcome back to NeoBurgh. Last time we set up this food line down here so that it can bring food into the train line down here. This should hopefully then increase the amount of food that we have in total availability. As you can see, the main consumers are Dover, Alford, so Dover, Alford, and Bawtry over on this side of the river. So those are being brought up via the train lines and then being dispersed out by the main road lines through the cities, and hopefully it should enable a lot more movement of resources into the cities and allow them to grow even further. So on this episode, we want to make sure that everything, including food, is being produced and brought to the cities in ample supply. So a few episodes back, we had a look at machines. These machines are now being brought into the different cities. If we check Burgh Marsh, who wants quite a few, there's only so many that are actually coming into the city. So those are coming from the Littlehampton and the Burgh Marsh factories, but obviously there's not quite enough to fulfill total demand. So if we look at the different consumers here for the machines, Bawtry is one of the largest ones, and it needs almost double what it's getting. So we really need to set up another machines line in order to fulfill that supply. So if we have a look at the different machines available, there's one up here which would be quite a good one, considering we've got both forests and in fact there's two up here. There's two machines factories up here, which could be quite good ones to utilize, but we don't have a sawmill nearby. We're using the one down here, and the only other one that's really nearby is across the river, which is a little bit of a shame. We could very well make use of the ones on the river. So if we were to pick up from some of the forests that are nearby the river and then bring those up maybe via train or something, that could be a way around that. However, it might be better just to try and find a machines factory that's able to provide us these without that necessity. So we've got the Kesgrave one, we've got an Alford one, which could be quite a good one. We've got a sawmill down here. In fact, we've got two next to Alford. So this would be a really good way to set up a hub, and then we can drop them off down here as well. We just need forests. Got a sawmill there. A sawmill there. Again, we still need forests. We've got some over here, and there's a machines there. And then we've got another one over here. So the Tolaw one might be quite a good one to set up. Or Tring, sorry. Tolaw would be this one over here, the one that we saw before. So I think the Tring one could be quite a good potential for getting the supplies. We've got literally a sawmill right there. So we could set up maybe a boat line to bring planks or logs down to the sawmill, and then from the sawmill deliver those in. Although I don't know what we would do about the iron We've got iron ore there. If we check the supplies for these, that's way off in the distance, way off in the distance. That one's being used. That one's across the map from this. That one's being used. That one's being used. Yeah, it's probably better to have a look nearby. So we've got a couple on this side, actually. That one's being utilised. We've got some up here. It's probably easiest to bring it down from over here, truth be told. So we've got coal mines and iron mines up here. So if we brought that down to the steel mill here, how could we utilize that though? Let's start mapping this out. So we would have a stop here, which would then allow logs to be delivered to this sawmill here. We've then got a road across, which we could bring those up with. We probably need a maybe a boat to bring coal and ore down. Oh, we've got another steel mill there as well. It would be good if we could bring... Oh, we've got a steel mill there as well. Ah, that one could be a lot easier to set up, considering we've got a lot of coal and ore in the vicinity. So I think we'll set this one up. So if I did a road out from here, then that can directly link into the road here. We don't want a... We do not want the lights there. So we'll just be delivering in from these two. And then we'll connect in down this way. Let's upgrade the roads here. Then we've got steel mill, iron here and here. We can probably connect these into a road if we were to connect these down the way a little bit, something like that. We could probably just connect these in without any issue. So if we created a couple of stops on either end, also one down here and over here, then what we can do is if we first off put in the exits. So this will serve as a faster route through. Do an exit for each of these. And then we will connect these in like so. Maybe not quite like that. And then if we take the exits, plug those into the roads. Like so. What we can do is we can create a drop-off point on this side with then an exit over on this end. So if we bring that out from this road, if we just take this further down, like so, and put it further up, like so, we can put in an exit, put in a cargo building on either side, and then take this to the end. And then that will be able to take the steel to where it needs to go. And considering we've just got a delivery spot on this side, vehicles coming in should be able to get to this quite easily. So if we set up our lines, one from here that goes through, comes up to here, and then drops off on its way back, and then another here which comes through, goes and picks up some more coal, and then drops it off on its way back. So that would be the coal and ore setup. So if we get 20 vehicles, we can put 10 on either one. So that can start ferrying things through. And then down on this side, if we're literally just picking up the lumber, the planks that we get created, we can use the same line as the one that picks up the steel, considering they'd both be for vehicles which take the planks and also the steel rebar. So if we set that up here, we go to 1 and 2, filling up, and then it can drop off on its way through actually. Like so, and then pick up steel here, and drop it off here on its way back through. So that will make quite a decent little line through. We may need to check where the emissions are for Tring. They're right in the middle, which is a bit of a pain, considering we've got quite good roads going through for Tring. I think it might just be something that we'll have to take on the nose, unfortunately. We can't really avoid the emissions there. Actually, we've got some forests over here in the hills, so we could utilize the other sawmill here. And there is another steel mill. In fact, there's another two there, which we could use to bring stuff up for these ones, potentially. I mean, we do have a train line here, so we could adapt it slightly to then have a second line that delivers to these two. So that would be for the planks. Is there any other forests on the water that aren't being used? Not really, which is a bit of a shame, because that could have been quite useful to set up. But anyway, if we focus on these for now, we can utilize this hub here, the harbour. So if we put a landing there, then we can bring logs down, and those can then be delivered via boat down to the sawmill. So if we just do a road in like so, and then too much slope. Right, that might be a bit of an issue. So we could put in a road from here going in, and then hopefully if we put the exit there, it will automatically connect. There we go. So we have a drop-off point. If we put another delivery point on it, it may well improve the speed at which things are being delivered. So we'll give that a try. These will need to fill up. Fill up. Oh, and they would also need to use number 2, which they are. Good. So we need some vehicles for that line. Do we have any? Here we go. So if we check the vehicles, we have some here. So those would need to go onto this pink line. While we're at it, let's just double check. Those are the old vehicles, aren't they? Let's upgrade them to the newer vehicles. And let's put a few more on there. Hopefully that should do the trick. We may even be able to speed this up a little bit if we put a road in here. So that should then allow the vehicles through. to go straight through. So number 1 goes here. So that one wants to be on number 2, that one wants to be on number 1. There we go. So then we would set up the boat line that brings the planks down. So put that on number 1, filling up, bringing those down. Nice and simple, nothing too complicated there. We get maybe 2 of these. That should cover that line, hopefully. And then we just need vehicles for the other line that we've set up, so I'd say maybe 10 should cover it. Pop them on there. And then that line will simply be taking steel and planks down. Looks like we've got a fair bit of ore. We just need the other planks, and then that should be set up. So we just need a way to get that into the rest of the setup. So we could go down here, we could even go up to this one. It would probably be quite a good idea to build a road to connect these 2 areas, because at the moment they're only really connected down here by Winsford. And from there we can then connect in these other areas, Southwold, Hailsham, Tring, and St Justin Pensworth. In fact, Tring wants some machines as well. So does Shildon here. So it might be quite a good idea to set up a boat line to bring them down, potentially, or maybe another train line to come through. We've got a lot of trains coming through this line, and at the moment they're really quite busy. How many vehicles do we have on that line? And those are getting all of these to where they need to go. Huh. I mean, we could literally just have one of these be the so if we put a 246 on it. No, sorry, the BR. And then keep this at 315. Would that do it? This probably has bricks on it, but once that's off, then we can get rid of it. So we speed things up a little bit here. Of course, it's going through the tunnel rather than over the hill. Right, we're just waiting for the other trains to come through. So hopefully we can just sell that now. And the other line should be able to do the trick. It looks like it's already picked up and it's coming back. So that's done everything that we need it to there. Oh, we could connect up these areas, which would then connect West Ham into NeoBurgh. And we could even do maybe a road over down to Ilkeston even. So if we were to do something like that, we would need to upgrade this road through. If autosave allows us to do so. We might as well upgrade this road down here and down to Loughton there. And then if we build in a bridge over from here, then that could become the new route through up to the likes of West Ham and what have you up here. So if we just raise that in the middle, just so that it's going over the top here. And we'll do a road in there. Might as well connect in this road here. And then we can take out this bit. Just have that connected there. And let's connect down here. And then we could even connect in this bit here. And then if we take out this corner, to upgrade to about there, and then the rest can be residential roads. This would be going straight down to there, and then we can do a shortcut through to here. Like so. Upgrade this little bit of road here. And then we have a way through from West Ham down to Ilkeston, which wasn't there before. And even a connection through from Ilkeston to the likes of Swindon and even Littlehampton here. So that would be good for connecting in those areas. We could possibly build out from here. And if we did a through road, and a couple of connections here. Then that can connect in down here quite easily. Hopefully that will allow Ilkeston and their private transport to explode a little bit and go to where they want to go. Whereas at the moment they can't really get to anywhere other than maybe Yarmouth, Loughton down here, sorry, not Yarmouth. So hopefully that will become quite a good little connection through, and allow a lot more movement to these cities. Cool. Right, so got a little bit distracted there, but over here we want to create a connection through down to these areas. It's probably best to just deliver it down here. So what we can do is if we have a 30-meter connection here, we can put in a couple of buildings either side, remove that end bit, and hopefully those should be able to avoid these fairly well. For some reason, hold on, what's happened here? No, we don't want that. So after that one, it doesn't go through there, it goes through here. Yeah, there we go. Right, so take this one. We want that to fill up on machines, and then we'll deliver them down here. So that then hopefully this line can take from Shildon machines either direction. And while we're at it, we really need to improve Winsford. So I think I'll do that next episode probably. For now though, we need to set up a line so these can be delivered, and we surely have a depot closer. In fact, we have quite a few vehicles there we could use. Put that onto line 6. And then we just need to name these. So, cargo road, steel and planks. Number something down at Tring. And then we've got cargo water, logs, number something, Tring. We've got cargo road, machines, number something at Tring. And then over here we've got the cargo road coal and ore. Number something. And what is this city? It's St. Justin Penwith. The name to end all names. So if we copy that, we can pop it onto this other line, and then we can check how many of those there are. There's now 10. So this one is number 11. And then the other one is number 12. So these lines need to be an orange colour. How many of these are there? Steel and planks. Oh, I don't think there are any of these currently, so we'll put that as number 1. We'll colour it the same as the other colours, so blue just makes sense. And then we also need to go into these ones. Colour these orange so that we know what they are. Colour these ones blue. And then we have down here cargo, road, logs, number something down at Helsham. So how many of those are there? There's one other one. This one's number 2. Colour it brown. Not that brown. That brown? Not that brown. Where's the other browns? I would have thought it'd be one of these. That's not that colour. Is it that one? Yeah, that one. So it's actually the orange brown, not the brown, I guess? I don't even know. So we'll colour those the same. And we just need to go into this one. That one's going to be brown. Do we have any others for logs? No, we don't. So we're just waiting on these ships to get to where they need to go. They're on their way, so hopefully they won't be long. But then that would be machines set up, and those would be pumped into the current line, which is already very busy with oil, crude oil, and everything else. So yeah, I think we will leave it there. We've managed to get machines set up. We just need these to circle through because there's not going to be anything until we actually get some logs here, or planks, sorry. So there we go, that should allow traffic through there. Also, we don't want this to be traffic lights, there's no need for it. So these should start to be getting materials through from these two. It's just a matter of time for the boats to get there. In the meantime, oh wow, we've got a iron ore that's leaving. We don't necessarily want that. Okay, that might be something that we look at next time because we can set up steel mines quite easily here with the ore. It's just a matter of... Oh, actually, we have more ore here. That's pretty nuts. We've got loads of ore around here. We've even got some forests. We could probably work our way through down to the sawmills here. So we can make the most of that, I think. These are still connected, aren't they? Yes, good. Cool. So I think I might leave it there. I'll probably take a look at this next time and try and work out what we need to do here to keep things going. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought with your thumbs. If your thumbs don't cut it, then let me know with a comment. But until next time, have a good one. Thanks. Goodbye.